Today, there is something big happening in Herbert's protection, behind the scenes of this roster and in how this offense is going to attack the decisive stretch of the season. There is a key return coming, a smart potential addition from the outside, a bold decision on the offensive line, and a ridiculous stat about our quarterback that nobody saw coming. None of this is exaggeration. Every piece changes the message the Chargers are sending to the entire NFL. You won't believe what we've got today. Sit back, drop a like, and stay with me because things are about to get wild as we dive into the news. To start, we need to talk about something that completely changes the mood going into this matchup against the Steelers. The final injury report is out, and unlike other weeks when it was only bad news, this time there's a crucial bit of relief for Justin Herbert's protection. Starting right guard Mekhi Becton, who had been a concern because of his knee, was a full participant in Friday's practice and came off the report entirely. For a team that has been living on the edge with its offensive line, that is massive. It's the kind of detail that doesn't make national headlines but makes all the difference on Sunday. But because nothing with the Chargers comes 100% easy, there's also a heavy loss. Tackle Bobby Hart has been officially ruled out after not practicing all week due to knee and ankle issues. With him out, Trey Pipkins is the likely right tackle, while on the left side, the battle is between Trevor Penning, Jamari Salyer, and Austin Deculus to handle Pittsburgh's aggressive pass rush. And here's the point, it's not just about who plays, it's about how that line gels under pressure in prime time, with the whole country watching and every mistake turning into a highlight for the wrong reasons. On defense, there are more red flags. Cornerback Tarheeb Still is listed as doubtful after missing all practices, and that alone is worrying when this secondary is far from being the deepest unit on the roster. On top of that, Deshaun Hand, Josh Harris, Keandre Lambert-Smith, Dean Leonard, and Benjamin St-Juste are all listed as questionable with different injuries. The bright spot is Hand, whose return window was opened and who logged a full practice on Friday, signaling a real chance of being available in a game where the battle in the trenches could decide everything. If he's out there, you add another body to the rotation, more freshness inside, and a better chance of not watching this defense fade in the fourth quarter. In the end, this isn't just a dry list of names and medical statuses. It tells a story about which version of the Chargers is going to show up. A team healthy enough to protect its franchise quarterback and match the Steelers physically, or another survival chapter, patching together an offensive line against one of the fiercest pass rushes in the league. And this still isn't the most explosive storyline of the day, because there's a potential move on the market that could redefine the identity of this offense. While we talk about keeping Herbert upright for the next game, there's something the Chargers simply cannot pretend not to see anymore. Michael Carter is sitting right there available, and he fits perfectly into what Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman want to build in this offense. He's not a superstar or fantasy darling, but he is exactly the kind of smart, low-cost, plug-and-play addition that changes the small detail that decides a tight game on third down. Right now, one thing is painfully clear in this backfield. There is no absolute trust in a guy to stay on the field in the highest pressure moments. 3rd and 6, disguised blitz, protection starting to crumble, no one immediately open on the first read. That's when the value of a running back who can diagnose the danger, step up on a free rusher without flinching, and still be a reliable check-down target becomes priceless. And that is exactly the package Michael Carter brings. He has already proved in the NFL that he can protect the quarterback, run short and intermediate routes, catch out of the backfield, and secure the ball through contact. He's not a developmental project, he's ready now. He comes in, learns the playbook quickly, and contributes from day one. His history with the Jets and Cardinals shows solid production as a complementary piece and a consistent weapon in the passing game. And here's the part that makes it even more frustrating if the Chargers stay quiet. He's on the Cardinals' practice squad. That means he is fully gettable if Los Angeles offers him a spot on the 53-man roster. No high draft picks, no huge contract, no desperate swing. It's a market inefficiency. It's seeing value where another team is distracted. Within the Harbaugh/Roman philosophy, this is a surgical fit. Carter directly helps keep Herbert clean, understands power and zone concepts, keeps the playbook wide open in shotgun sets, 2-minute drills, and third down packages. When he's out there, the defense doesn't know if it's getting a run, a quick pass, a screen, or a check down. He becomes that life insurance presence next to your franchise quarterback. If it works, it sends a crystal clear message to the locker room and the fan base. The Chargers are obsessed with protecting every detail around number 10. And the wildest part is that the loudest move of the week isn't even in the backfield. It's on the offensive line, where one surprising decision has already started dividing opinions. If Herbert's protection already seemed complicated just by looking at the injury report, things get even more delicate when we add the newest piece of this puzzle, Trevor Penning. The Chargers sent a 2027 sixth-round pick to the Saints to bring in a young, physical, nasty tackle, the kind of profile that screams Harbaugh ball and dominating at the line of scrimmage. Fans pictured him landing, strapping the helmet on, and walking in as an automatic starter. That's not how it went, at least not for this game against the Steelers. In practice, the left tackle running with the ones has been Austin Deculus, with Zion Johnson, Bradley Bozeman, Mekhi Becton, and Trey Pipkins rounding out the line from left to right. Even after trading for Penning, Harbaugh and Greg Roman chose continuity with the guys who already know the system, even if that means patching the unit again. Penning worked mostly at tackle, getting acclimated, learning the playbook, finding his rhythm. The message is clear. In this building, nobody gets a job because of hype. You earn it on the field. What's interesting is that Harbaugh, who usually keeps starting decisions under wraps until the last possible moment, went out of his way this time to say Deculus is the left tackle and Jamari Salyer is another option. He praised both, avoided any criticism, but in reality showed he currently trusts experience and system familiarity more than raw incoming talent. Is it conservative? Maybe. But it also shows how this staff views offensive line building. Step by step, brick by brick. And all of this is happening in a week where the opponent's defense ranks among the best in the league in pass rush win rate. This isn't preseason. This isn't a throwaway game. It's prime time against a front seven that lives to punish quarterbacks. If Deculus and Pipkins hold up, Harbaugh will be able to look back and say he was right not to rush Penning into the lineup. If they struggle, pressure to plug in the new toy as a starter is going to explode overnight, from national media to the Bolt fam. At its core, this story isn't just about who starts at tackle. It's about message, culture, and meritocracy. The Chargers are telling the entire locker room, nobody gets shortcuts here. At the same time, they're betting on current chemistry against one of the league's nastiest pass rushes while keeping their newest weapon ready for the right moment, right as number 10 is playing the most complete football of his career. What makes all of this even more remarkable is that, despite the constant patchwork and reshuffling, Justin Herbert is rewriting the manual on how to be the Chargers' quarterback. The arm is still a nuclear weapon, 2,390 passing yards in 9 games, trailing only Daniel Jones, but the real shock is what he's doing with his legs. Herbert, believe it or not, has become the league leader in rushing yards among quarterbacks with 305, ahead of names like Mahomes, Allen, and Justin Fields. Who had that on their board before the season started? Nobody. This is not a fluke. It's the outcome of a physical and mental shift. Herbert has talked about how last season he was limited by 2 high ankle sprains. Now fully recovered, he's rediscovered his mobility and is using it with intent. When the pocket collapses or routes take too long to develop, he doesn't freeze. He goes, he moves the chains, flips momentum, and drags the offense forward. This is the most aggressive, complete version of number 10 we've ever seen. There's another key factor behind this leap: confidence. Herbert knows he's not the most electric runner in the league. He rated himself a 5 out of 10 in mobility. But like the greats Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, he understands situational football. He knows when it's time to trust the arm and when it's time to put his body on the line to get that first down. When your franchise quarterback plays with that level of commitment, the entire locker room feels it. That kind of presence pulls teammates in and quiets critics. And look at the context. With the run game gutted by injuries to Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton, and the offensive line constantly rotating, Herbert has taken control in ways very few quarterbacks would. He is carrying this offense with toughness, intelligence, and adaptability worthy of a true leader. The most symbolic part is that even as the league's rushing leader among quarterbacks, his message hasn't changed. He'll do whatever it takes to win while taking care of his body. That's maturity. And that's why, despite all the chaos, the Chargers still have a real chance to heat up and scare the rest of the AFC. But for that to happen, the rest of the roster has to match the tempo set by their captain, because what comes next can define the tone of the entire season. And that's exactly the point. After everything we've gone through today, the return of key pieces, the urgency for smart additions like a potential move for Michael Carter, Harbaugh's firm philosophy reshaping the offensive line, and the complete resurgence of Justin Herbert, you can feel that something different is building in Los Angeles. This team is not perfect yet, but the mindset has shifted. The culture has shifted. Every decision screams that the Chargers are done being just potential. Now it's about attitude, execution, and purpose. So what about you, Chargers fan? Do you believe this new physical discipline DNA can truly take this team deep? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me what you would change right now if you had one day as GM. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with the entire Bolt fam, because this lightning is just getting ready to strike at full force.